اقتحام موقع صوب العسكري.
وغير الموقع في كمان كانت مهمة؟
كيبوتس وما رحنا خلاص نروح يعني بعد بيوم أو يومين زي
هو مدنيين في ذيك الوقت؟
هو التعميمات في بخصوص المدنيين كانت اللي هو يعني قتل الرجال، أسر اللي هو النساء والمسنين والأطفال.
قتل الرجال يعني المدنيين؟ الشباب مدنيين؟
هذا مدني عسكري زي كذا.
الحين وصلنا على الحدود، رحتنا على بئيري. شو تعنونك؟ السيطرة كان.
Alrighty guys, welcome back to it. Today's Friday, Shabbat podcast day. Alrighty, so let's get into it. We're going to be doing our usual thing, covering the conflict, covering what's going on over there in Israel and Palestine, exposing some stuff, going over some news, and doing our usual. Alrighty, so let's get down to it. Don't forget to go down there, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for all notifications. And if you like this video, share it, please. And if you didn't, I appreciate you watching. And alrighty, let's get down to it. So this is a video of some of the Hamas men who were captured during the October 7th attack. Luckily, some of them were caught. And, let's just get down a little bit of what we've seen. We opened up with that video, so let's get in a little bit more and see what these men have to say about it.
شباب مدنيين؟
هذا مدني عسكري زي كذا.
الحين وصلنا على الحدود، رحتنا على بئيري. شو تعنونك؟ السيطرة كان.
قولي شو المهمة كانت تبعتكم؟
خطف يعني. زي كذا.
خطف وأسر من كفر عزة؟ لما أحكوا لكم يعني قتل وأسر منتو رايحين على مستوطنة فيها مدنيين، عارفين هذا الشيء. مين قال لكم يعني من القيادة اقتلوا المدنيين؟
احنا اللي كان يحكي لنا محمد نهض
So Mohammed Nahad al-Batsh. Yeah, so I don't know if this guy was captured yet or killed yet, but I would like to know more about him. So I possibly will do some more research on some of the Hamas leaders in the future, try to get a video out on them, see what we know, get their names, a little bit of information on them and so on.
مسؤول المجموعة.
شو قالكم؟
قالنا احنا مهمتنا كفر عزة، بدنا نقتل، بدنا نقدر نخطف زي كده يعني.
قول لي المهمة تبعتكم شو كانت بالضبط لما طلعتوا؟
هو السيطرة على موقع صوفا.
السيطرة شو تعملوا؟ السيطرة ايش
المركز فيه.
شو تعملوا في اللي موجودين؟
هو تسيطر عليهم، قتل يعني. اجت تعليمات واحنا غاد لمسؤول فصيل من قائد السرية قال له اخطف لي.
لما دخلنا كان الصبح في داخلين نخبة وبعديها كمان نخبة داخلين. احنا كان داخلين ناخد أسرة ونقعد البيوت.
Just so you know, Nakba is one of the two. There's Al-Qassam and then there's Nukhba. And Nakba and Al-Qassam are the two major brigades for Hamas. So you have the Hamas Al-Qassam brigades, and then you have the Hamas Nakba brigades. So those two groups are the groups that mainly run Hamas and are the two major military brigades of them. I want to make this clear just so you guys see. It doesn't say from the river to the sea for Palestine or anything. It says from the river to the sea. We'll kick your ass. Just wait and see. So they get a stipend for whoever they see. Look at this one. Let's go back a little bit. In Gaza, whoever brings the kidnapped or captures gets a stipend. So that means they're getting paid for this. And a stipend isn't just a payment. It's a series of payments. So they get a series of payments, monthly, weekly, whatever, because that's what a stipend is. That's why you'll say, oh, I get a weekly stipend or I get a monthly stipend. So this guy is getting a weekly or monthly stipend based on who and how many who he captures and how many he captures. $10,000, an apartment and $10,000. So I'm assuming that $10,000 is dispersed over a multitude of payments throughout that, because stipend doesn't just mean one payment. So I assume the stipend is over a certain number of months or weeks, and the apartment is initial, like what you gain. What's crazy? What makes it's? I mean, I don't know if this is. It's whatever. I'm going to say it. What's funny is their apartments. They're no longer there, so we can at least be happy that these mofo's are never going to see the apartments that they most likely acquired from killing and capturing people. For each capture, they get an apartment. So it's just not one, a bunch of them. So for every apartment you get, or for every capture of a civilian or a soldier or an elderly, adult, whatever, child, you get an apartment and $10,000. So this is a similar stipend to what happens in the West Bank. The Palestinian Authority has a stipend where they give you money for killings mainly, but you get $10,000 per killing, which is why you have so many people who are in prison from the West Bank and from Gaza, because they know they can get paid by the Palestinian Authority or Hamas for going in and stabbing Jews. So that's why you had so many people over the last 15, 20 years that have gone to Israel, whether they were working or visiting, and they would stab Jews, whether even kids, because they were like, hey, I can make my family money if I go in here and stab a few people. And that's what they would do. So that's why you have so many people in jail for stabbing. See, yep, Al-Qassam right there. The commander of Al-Qassam told him this, yes. For each captured, you get an apartment, yes. Because they want those kidnapped as many, that doesn't make any sense, but he's saying they want as many kidnapped people as possible. The goal of our infiltration was for them to capture and kidnap as many as possible. What was your mission? To infiltrate. Where? The Kafar, was it Kafar Abat's kibbutz? Where let me say? I can't remember what the name of it is. Yeah, Kafar Aza kibbutz. My bad. To cleanse and conquer the kibbutz. So to completely, kill and capture everyone that they could. To cleanse it of Jews, that's what they mean. To empty it. Empty what? All the people. To kidnap them? We didn't kidnap them. Kill? To empty the houses? Yes. So he's saying yes, to kill the people in the houses, yes. What did Al-Qassam Brigade do? They murdered. Murdered who? Civilians. Two entered a house. The front door was closed. They shot the door. We heard voices from inside. Two more went in. One was lying near the door. I don't know if he was dead. There was blood near him. Inside there was one injured man. I estimate there was an entire family there, dressed in regular clothes. The man was in underwear. A woman came out. She was wearing a dress. Just a regular dress. A dress for home. And another one was wearing a dress. And a boy and a girl. They went towards the left. Something's freaking wrong with my mouse. There we go. Sorry. They covered her. Those people that were with you? Yes. Do you use them, that family, as a human shield? Yisoku said yes. Tell me, when you were in the Kafar Aza kibbutz, what exactly did you do? And sorry. And what exactly did you do? And you and those who were with you. In the first house, there was a woman. Hamza shot at the door of the house. Tell me, the woman, when you saw her, what did you see? I saw her on the floor, but I didn't get close to her. Her dog came out on the street. I shot it. There's actually a video of that. I could show you. I mean, you guys can go and view it at Hamas.com. You can view it on Saturday-October-7, not 7th, 7.com. So Saturday-October-7.com. And they got most of the videos and photos from that day, the live streams, everything. So yeah, we got enough of this. We get what they are. We know who they are. So let's move on from this. I got a lot more stuff to show. So much more. All right. So, sorry. Let's move on. There we go. So we got this ridiculous woman who was luckily fired for her ridiculous bullcrap. But, you know, and this guy is talking about the not complacency, I guess it would be more just pure hypocrisy, along with the disgust that most people, I'm disgusted in the way that they've behaved. I guess the best way to put this, they've shown nothing but, I don't even know the best way to put it. I mean, they're not giving the same level of care about the grape that happened on October 7th and the sexual abuse that they have for anything else. It's the first time in history that we've ever seen someone say, you need to give me video evidence that this happened. It's the only way I'll ever believe it, even though that there's, you know, it's been, you know, the UN even agreed, even though they hate Israel, they've agreed it definitely happened. You know, you've witnesses and people and victims who've come forward. You have multiple different sources. You have, you know, tons of different people from this, you know, witnesses, victims, you know, secondary sources, large, you know, foundations and organizations, the UN and other ones. They've all come out, spoken against this and said, yes, it did happen. And yet people still refuse to believe it. It's the first time ever that we've ever had that in human history.
For the first time ever, the Me Too movement said, me too, but not you. For the first time in the history of modern warfare, people demanded proof of rape.
Yep. Look at that woman's pants.
For the first time in the history of sexual violence, the world has demanded to see video evidence of rape.
This is a piece of metal. It's a barrel.
That's how we found her, with her pants down, her underwear down.
For the first time, the world has came out in violent protest against the victims of sexual violence.
He forced me to commit a sexual act on him.
For the first time, the world does not believe rapists when they tell you what they did.
After you left her, you graped her? Yes, we graped her. Was she alive? No, my father had ended her. After he finished graping her, my father ended her.
For months now, the world has demanded more and more evidence of the sexual violence against Israeli women. The mountain of evidence is putting you all to shame as dishonest and soulless.
Here are the oh wait, let's go. I want to make sure you guys get this. Here are the girls, the women who we can get pregnant. These are the Zionists. You are so beautiful.
Now the veil has been lifted because all of you said that if it actually happened, you would condemn it. There's no way to deny it now. And where is your condemnation?
That you specifically will believe women when they say.
She rolled her eyes, and about half a second later, it's disgusting. Luckily, that's Breonna Joy Taylor, I think is her name, or Breonna Taylor Joy. It's one of the two. She was fired for that exact incident, and she's really racist. I mean, you should just see some of the things she said online. She's awful. She's anti-white. She's anti-Jewish. She's anti-anything that's like, you know, basically decent and good in this world. And this was really disgusting. I really wanted you guys to see this one. I saw this the other day, and I was going to save it for today. So, anti-Israel, you know, pro-Palestine pricks, as I like to call them, literally chased down a Jewish man who wasn't protesting. He wasn't an anti, you know, he wasn't a counter protester. He's a Jewish man walking down the street doing nothing. And all he was doing was literally walking by the area, and they saw him recognized he's Jewish, and then chased him down, attacked him, and messed with him, laughing while doing so. Like little Nazis. Just literally, the Nazis did this. The Nazi kids did this. The Nazi young men and children did this. Giggling like little children. Look at this. He's just carrying a flag. That's it. They're attacking him. So white pro-Palestine people are attacking a brown Jewish man. And they're running after him because he's running away because he's fearing for his safety.
Guys, is this GTA or what?
Look at that. After they attack him and push him and try to take his flag, then they chase him down to attack him some more. This is so pathetic. Monstrous. I mean, literally, people say like, "Oh, it's not as bad as it was before World War I." Really? Can you name to me when before? World War II. When was it in World War II? At one point prior to World War II, when did you see international Jewish hatred on this level? You might be able to say, "Oh, it was this bad," or even maybe a little worse in just Germany, or just Germany and Austria. And then later parts of France after they invaded France. But that's it. You can't say this was a international problem like it is from, America and Canada all the way across the world, all the way to, Eastern Europe, Central Europe, Western Europe, Southern Europe, Middle East, Israel even, and Africa, South Africa especially, all over the Pacific Islands, Australia. It's ridiculous. I mean, let's just see. People say, "Oh, Israel's killing children." Okay, number one, completely inaccurate. Number of children who've died, yes, they say around 10,000. But we have to remember, what percentage of that number is kids who are aged in the Hamas, Hamas's number one group that they like to take in and use is between the ages of 13 and 17, or basically 18. So 13 to 18. And the majority of the kids who've died are between the age, and it's not just majority, it's like 72% of the kids who've died were between the ages of 13 and 18. Like, there's literal videos of children who were like 12, 13, 14 years old shooting Israeli forces, and yet when they die, they take away the gun, take pictures, and say, "Look what Israel did to this child." I'm sorry, Israel doesn't shoot unarmed children with multiple bullets. I can understand an accidental one shot and be like, "Oh my God, that's so bad," and then they would just that would be understandable. But multiple, that's ridiculous. And not only that, why would it be in a way where the way that they're positioned shows that they were holding a firearm when they got shot? It's just BS, man. So why do the Palestinians give birth to so many boys and girls? I heard a beautiful answer to this question. We give birth to so many children so that we can push them towards death and martyrdom. So that's what they're here for. And if you don't believe that, here we go. Here's one example, and I have a lot more. Okay, so let's show you some more. This is going to be pretty crazy and jarring. I thought I had shown you guys a lot of this, but I guess I didn't. So my bad for not showing you guys a lot of this earlier. I thought I did. I guess I didn't. But this is going to be pretty crazy. I posted some of this on my Twitter account. So let's see. I'm trying to go find some of them. Let's see. There's lots of songs. Here we go. There won't be any Jews. Whoa. Sorry. This is from Pal Watch, by the way. P-A-L Watch, Pal Watch on YouTube. You guys should go check them out. They've been exposing them for literally like 15 years. It's great. So Hamas education, slaughter the Jews. There won't be any Jews or Zionists if Allah wills. They'll be erased, chased away. And what the heck is going on? There you go. And just like that, we'll visit Kaaba in Mecca. Everyone will visit Jerusalem. What do you want to do with the Jews who shot your father? I want to kill them. We don't want to do anything to them, just expel them from our land. That's what Sarah's saying. No, we want to slaughter them so that they will be expelled from our land, right? Yes, that's right. Yes. We'll expel them from the land by using any means. And if they don't want to go peacefully, by words or talking, we'll have to do it by slaughter. Yep. Let's show you a little bit more. Let's see. Song and cartoon promote the killing of Jews, denies Jewish ties to the land. You left your country and came to die in my land here. I'm coming at you with a machine gun, axe, or with a knife. They depict Jews as like these fickle, skinny creatures, and Palestinians as these people. Yeah. Pack up your things. Oh, whoa. Pack up your things, gather your children, escape on the first plane. Or your body parts will be gathered and you'll be thrown into the fires of hell. Oh, Zionist, you won't be able to sleep anymore. My rocket longs for you and it will land on you. Pack up your things and leave, crazy person. You left your country and came to die in my land here. If you listen to the Israeli army spokesman, Oran Shula, you'll Israeli kept, or Zionists, when you walk, look left and right, because I'm coming at you with machine gun, axe, or with a knife. Zionists, when you walk, look left and right. Same thing. Or I'll run over you at the junctions in my car. Or in wartime, you'll spend your life in shelters. You'll have no escape other than the sewers. Or we'll take you captive, pal. Pack up your things and load them and escape, son of a coward. I mean, you get the point. And this isn't even the worst of them. Here we go. Yeah, this one's really bad. Are there Jews where you are? No, not now. I heard they come every day. Yes, but not now. Listen, friend, do like this with your hands, and when they come to you, punch them. Make their face red like a tomato. Allah willing, so that we can liberate Palestine. Allah willing. My friend Kais. Anyway, I tell him to take a stone, and when the Jews come, take it and throw it at them. Of course, the Jewish neighbors. To smash them. If his neighbors are Jews or Zionists, yes. See, it's not about Zionists. It's not about Zionism. It's about Jews. They just use the word Zionist to throw in there and make it seem like it's more palatable to the main public. Tula, why do you want to be a police officer? Like who? My uncle. Which uncle? Ahmed. Is he a policeman? Yes, he is. What does a policeman do? He catches thieves and people who make trouble. And shoots Jews, right? And shoots Jews, right? Girl goes, yes. You want to be like him? Allah willing, when you grow up, so that I can shoot Jews, the girl says. And you can hear it because she said Yahud at the end. Yahud is how they say Jew. All of them? All of them? Yes. Good. Yep. That's not even all of it, guys. I'll show you one more and then we'll move on, because this is, I mean, it's just crazy what these people. Let's see. This one compares Jews to the devil, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Jews endangered Allah's Hamas by digging under it. Yeah. Keep digging, but slowly. And so the Arabs and Muslims won't wake up. What Arabs? They're asleep. The Arabs and Muslims are all asleep. Keep digging, pal. Don't worry. Yeah. There's another one that's similar animation that compares them to the devil. And it's another one where they're underground and they're in a place like hell. I mean, it just gets crazier and crazier, guys. I mean, these videos are like insane. This propaganda. I mean, the people who are in the Hamas right now, just so you know, the people who are in Hamas right now, they grew up watching this. Some of these videos are from 12 years ago, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 15 years ago, 9 years ago. This is what they believe in. This is what they were taught. I mean, do you literally expect people who grew up watching this crap to be peaceful against an entire group of people they were taught from birth to destroy, hate, and murder? This woman right here, mother of a 13-year-old terrorist who stabbed a girl to death in Israel. I mean, this is insane. Look at this one. This is a little kid, a child who encourages, this is an animation that encourages children to do stabbing, shootings, ramming attacks, shows daggers and butchers' knives and guns, and honors 3 murderers who killed 6 people. This is a Facebook page, by the way. This is from Facebook of Hamas. Brother, I will shave off my mustache and have no pride in manhood unless I take revenge and finish this issue tomorrow. Yeah, that's a little kid. A little terrorist who killed 2 people. He was about, I think, 14 years old or 13 years old, murdered 2 people. One of them was like a little girl or a teenage girl, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we are the men of the West Bank. So this is West Bank, not even Gaza. And they're all taught this from birth. We are the men of the West Bank. We are the men of the West Bank. We have come as martyrdom seekers. We are the men of the West Bank. They showed another terrorist right there. The stabbing is for you, mother. The stabbing is for you, brother. Murderer of 3 civilians in Israel. Yeah. You guys see why these people are so dangerous? This is the kind of stuff that one's not even that old. That one I think is what? That one is so it's 8 years old. But yeah, still some of these are only like, some of the cartoons are the newest ones are like only 2 or 3 years old. So yeah. It's a little this is Islamic Jihad, I think, not Hamas. You can tell by the bands on their head. I think it's a terrorist funeral. At least that's what it was said to be. These poor terrorists, you could see, so one of them who had lost his ability to walk, even though they're so poor and desolate, he could afford one of the most expensive electric wheelchairs that has enough power and resilience to go through this kind of rough, dirty, dirt terrain. Look at that. See? No one's pushing him. It's electric. You can see right there. Crazy. There's the little terrorist who died. Oh, boo-hoo. I don't give a crap. Dumb terrorist. All right, let's get on to the next one. This is disgusting. This man. So this man, he's from Saudi Arabia, and of course they hate Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia is trying to make peace with Israel, and he's just like dealing with the onslaught of people spitting on him and cursing at him and.
ايوه هي اطفال فلسطين كلهم بتف عليك يا مقرن.
Disgusting. And these are the kind of people that they say this is the kids that are so innocent, spitting on people, attacking them, jumping on them. So innocent. They attack their own fellow Muslims just because they're not radical enough for them. So let's see what's going on in Gaza. This woman says that a Gaza park has been completely destroyed while she's not only walking through the park while children are playing and everything is intact, but none of the plants are burned at all.
هذا المنتزه من أحلى ومن أكبر المنتزهات الموجودة في مدينة غزة.
It looks like a perfectly good park to me.
مع ذلك الأطفال حابين إن هم يجوا يغيروا جو هنا رغم القصف العنيف اللي إحنا بنتعرض له في الشمال ورغم الحزن اللي كل.
Yeah, I call bullshit. I call bullshit. Timestamp was from 1 day ago. This was posted, yesterday? Yep. So this was posted on the 5th. If this was posted 1 day ago, and that's from the day before that. So, yeah. Don't believe all the lies you see on Twitter and TikTok. Make sure you get your opinions and verify them through every source you can. So this is what these peaceful protesters are doing to people just who are driving by. They weren't even blocking traffic. They just saw a car. I don't know if it was a car that's made in Israel or not, because I don't think there are any cars made in Israel, but let's just say that's what they think. I don't know. They started attacking it for no reason. It's a nice car, too. These people are disgusting. They have no morals. They're there to destroy, just like the Black Lives Matter activists, just like Antifa. They're there to further their own, they're not there just to further their own agenda. They're there to get rid of this anger and angst and hatred they have inside of them for their country, for their people, for everyone around them. They hate everything so much. They don't have a way to get this anger out and to be violent. So what do? They take advantage of conflicts and causes that allow them to get this anger and hatred and vitriolic feelings out of their body and just behave in the most barbaric ways, but still not get arrested. That's what this is for. These movements, BLM, Antifa, all this crap, this is all for the same thing. It's all meant so they can be angry and justified in their violence. Police go in and try to stop them from hitting the car, but no one gets arrested, by the way. Here's a market. By the way, this is so he posted this. So if this is 8 days ago and he posted on the 6th, this is roughly 9 days ago. So yeah, so this is 9 days ago. And you can see a massive market in the middle of Gaza. Massive, huge market. Building is fine. Probably Ramallah or somewhere near there. Look at all the fruits. Oh, look. Israeli fruit. I thought Israel didn't want to help them. Boycott. Why aren't they boycotting those fruit? Why aren't they boycotting those fruit? Boycott Israel. I thought that was their thing. Let's boycott Israel, except for the fruit they send us. We're going to eat that. We're going to eat that. We want to make sure we eat all of the stuff we tell everyone else to boycott. But, you know, hey, whatever. Eventually, let's say they manage to hurt Israel bad enough. You know that means all of the aid to your country stops, right? You hurt Israel bad enough in the war, they no longer give you anything, which means you'll die from starvation actually, not these fake videos we see where you use people from Yemen or Syria or frickin' anywhere else, Africa, North Africa, wherever, and use those videos, or kids with severe medical conditions that cause them to be that way. Instead of that, you'll go through real starvation, some real shit, and instead of just acting like it's going on and then having these in the middle of your towns. Yeah, May 29th. So yeah. Ridiculous. We'll keep going. Oh, look, they got brand new iPhones. Look at that, dude. Brand new iPhones. Oh, all the stores are open. You got your new iPhones. You got your new Androids. Look at all that. You got brand new eggs. You got 2 dozen eggs. You got brand new tanks of water. You got all the stuff that they say they don't have. What a surprise. Cold water, not just water, cold water. So that means refrigeration is working too. They always lie. And they will always lie. And while we have that going on over there, we have people in the West calling for, you know, this is Muslims calling for jihad in the middle of, you know, London. See? That's what he said in the beginning, jihadi.
The greatest jihad, the greatest struggle is to speak truth in the face.
Jihad does not mean speaking truth, buddy. And you know that. That's called taqiyya. You're using Islamic deception to further the cause of Islam, or Islamic, like, causes that Islam is pushing. So here we go. Lemon is 10 shekels, $2. Carrot is 5 shekels, $1.35. Large melon, 5 shekels. Small melon, 8 shekels. Avocado, 18. Watermelon, 5. Instant noodles, 2. Corn on the cob, 2 for 9. Macaroni, 4 packets for 10 shekels. Chocolate milk, 5 for 10. Apples, 9. Can of Coca-Cola, 7. Other soft drinks, 9 to 10. Slushy, $2. 2 shekels. So yeah, more of the markets that we were seeing earlier. Cantaloupes and honeydews and watermelons and strawberries and bananas and all kinds of stuff. Corn and more corn and what's this? Brown sugar? No, noodles. Cold drinks in a refrigeration center. Yeah. These people must be starving. You know what's sad? All of that food should be free. It was given to them for free. That means they should be giving it away for free. Here's a little quick video of people putting makeup on fake stuff, and this woman is going around putting makeup on these dolls. See? She's got a makeup pen in her hand, blooding them up a little bit, making it darker around the eyes. Wants to make sure she gets all that, in there for the for the videos. Because everyone carries a red makeup pen. Here's some of the people that are coming into our country.
Jordan. Yeah.
From Jordan.
Egypt.
From Egypt.
Come to America.
For job.
For jobs. Okay, that makes sense.
It's illegal to cross the border.
And he says, yes, I know. So why is it that we have people from countries that Turkey, Jordan, and Egypt, when those people are the most likely to be terrorists? No one's checking them. No one's doing background checks. That's pretty dangerous. And here's everyday morning for a civilian in Gaza drinking his morning coffee, literally right there. Just shooting off mortars, possibly even into Palestinian territory, possibly into the places that you see. Oh, Israel hit this building. Israel did that to this building. Oh, really? It could have just been this dude in his backyard drinking his morning coffee. So I don't hear any gunfire. If this was at the IDF, there would be gunfire. There would be noises that you could hear, tanks, you could hear vehicles. None of that is going on. These things don't shoot that far. These don't shoot a half a mile or even a quarter mile. This is for close distance stuff. 150 to 200 yards maximum. And yet this dude is doing it in his backyard. So that means he's doing it in a civilian populated area, most likely at buildings. Maybe people should wake up and realize that half of the bombings that you see to buildings were done by Hamas and civilians who work for them, like this man. I hope he puts in one of those backwards and it blows him up. Ridiculous. These were all loaded up for you guys. My bad. So here's a group that they've been making coffee every day in Gaza since this started, and yet somehow there are coffee, hot chocolate.
Let's make hot chocolate. Let's make hot chocolate.
So they have enough power and everything to have little areas where they can feed and eat and patios, and they have enough money and stuff for hot chocolate. They have enough electricity to charge their phones. They have enough clean water to take showers and clean their beards and shave their beard and cut their hair. I mean, it's all bullshit. Wake up, people.
Okay, first of all, we're gonna take that empty can we built yesterday for making the fire.
I love how they act like they need to make fire to make hot chocolate. There's power everywhere. Look at all the power lines. Obviously, there's power there. There's food everywhere. Just go in and find a microwave, buddy, or some hot water out of a faucet. It's not like you don't have it. So ridiculous.
How much it costs? $3. I think I know someone who can. Look what's there. So nearly, we got everything right now.
Is that hot chocolate made by Pringles? Look at this. Wait. That's the Pringles dude. That's the Pringles dude. That's the Pringles dude. I guess Pringles makes chocolate, guys. Hot chocolate. You take off that top hat, that's the Pringles dude.
So nearly,
like you take off that little top hat, like boop, Pringles dude, right? Am I wrong?
Got everything right now. heading to get the milk and the sugar. Right. And a lighter. Yeah. So get it. We got the soup.
Ridiculous. So this is their daily thing that they do every day. Day 52 of making hot chocolate. Ridiculous. If they do it every day, why do they have to go find all that stuff every day? And so here, this is at another pro-Palestine thing. Now this guy he's actually, I think he's getting into a Israel protest, or I guess you wouldn't really call it a protest, more of an Israel, I don't know, just meeting, group, rally, Israel rally. So yeah, this guy says, kill hostages now. Let's see what else this woman has to say. And this is at a pro-Palestine one, I think, this one. And she says, they're not coming home, referring to the hostages. Bring them home, all those things. I have some shirts that say it. I also have a bring them home, hostages, dog tag. Yeah. So this woman says they're not coming home, and she doesn't want them to come home. Obviously. Monster. Alrighty. So yeah. Is this the typical Palestinian response from Oren Barsky? I want to say roast and piss, but she was black already. That's so disgusting. Border police officer Shai Garmai was killed early this morning while fighting terrorists in Jenin. May her memory be a blessing. So disgusting these people are like this. I mean, what do you expect from people who literally have an entire ghetto in their, land that's called Al-Abid, which means the slaves, and that's where they put all of the black people there. They don't allow black people to live outside of there. So all of the black people in Gaza live in a place it's basically called, what the nickname is, Slave Town. So that's where they live, in Slave Town.
Are equal. They can all vote, they can marry each other if they want, they can sleep with each other, they can start political parties, they can live wherever, they can buy the land, okay?
The truth of the matter is that you're lying.
So this guy is telling the truth about Israel. This guy is saying, no, that's not true. Israel, you can't do that.
On the one,
all citizens are equal. They can all vote, they can marry each other if they want, they can sleep with each other, they can start political parties, they can live wherever, they can buy the land, okay?
The truth of the matter is that you're lying. On the one hand, we have various reports that have documented how Israel is practicing apartheid, and we have our own icons that have gone and have come back and have said that it's an apartheid regime. Let's take this caller. We have Gift from Johannesburg on the line. Hi, Gift. What is your question, my brother?
Yes, my comment is simple. I recently got invited to join a trip to Israel. Now, I think the description...
This is a black man, by the way.
...of the situation in Israel and Palestine to be similar to apartheid is just a disrespect to most of us. I've been to Palestine, I've been to Israel, and I can tell you this. I felt humiliated and also racially profiled and discriminated by Palestinian people than I was by Jews.
So he says Jewish people treated him fair, equally, and well. He felt welcomed. But Palestinian people racially profiled him and treated him like garbage.
Jewish people treated us like people. And
Jewish people and black people together. But in Palestine, we never felt like we were welcome.
Anything but slaves.
We were anything but slaves. So that's exactly what I was talking about. They have an entire district called Al-Abid, and that's because they believe black people are slaves.
They looked at us as if we're animals.
Yep.
It's really a shame that everyone that has got a say about this situation only has it from a point of serving a particular point or trying to misinform black people and
Yep.
try to have them sympathize with a particular political agenda. There isn't
So he cuts off the guy because he went against this guy's opinions. He's like, no, we got to cut this off. It's making me look bad, and he's telling the truth. We can't have this.
I think we get the idea. Let us move to Jamie.
Let's move to this. Let's move to this other subject because I completely got destroyed. Hilarious. I always love it when a black man shuts down in a racist argument. They're like, this is racist. And he's like, you're wrong. And you're full of shit. So this is in Gaza, where they're taking out hundreds and hundreds of frozen chickens. Oh look, hundreds more, tons of it. Look, more. Look at the storage units. Look at there, thousands of frozen chickens in there that could feed almost probably all of Gaza. And yet they are hoarding them and then selling them on the market and keeping it so it looks like there's not enough chicken so they can keep the price high, even though all of that was given For free. Wake up, people. Look at that. You see that? That's money. He's saying that's money. See? Look at that. Fucking sorry. I'm trying to keep my language good. These pricks are exploiting their own people and then blaming Israel for the fact that some people can't afford food. Are you crapping on me? If you this is ridiculous. These are scumbags. So yeah, while everyone's talking about Palestine, no one's talking about the fact that northern Israel has had this was 3 weeks ago, there were 80,000 displaced people from northern Israel. Now, there's well over 150,000 people displaced in northern Israel. Homes burned down, exploded, destroyed, people dead, all kinds of stuff. No one's talking about it. Injured, tons of injured people, wildfires going crazy, burning down cities because of Hezbollah rockets. Wildfires can move at 15 to 25 miles an hour sometimes. They can really, really destroy stuff. Look at that. That's huge. That's like bigger than some of the California ones. I mean, people don't realize what this type of territory is like when it burns. I live in Arizona. Similar, but a little less lush. Not as many green areas, but still very similar in the way the wildlife and environment is. It's basically the same point on the equator, if I'm correct. It might be a little lower in Israel. Actually, I think it is lower, but we're in the same point, like, because it goes like this. There's the center, there's the tropics, and then there's the desert area. And Israel is in the desert area of this part, but we're in the desert area of this part. So it goes desert, subtropics, tropics. And so that's how it is. We're in the desert and they're in the desert. We're just on the opposite sides of the equator. But we had a wildfire so bad it killed some of the best firemen in the world here in Arizona, and it killed tons of them. There's an entire movie on it. That's just, it shows you how bad a wildfire is. Josh Brolin wildfire movie. Yeah, Only the Brave. Amazing movie. Definitely should see this to understand how dangerous these fires are. If you really want to understand what danger Israel is in right now, watch that movie. It's crazy. That little thing is not going to do anything. That little hose. Good to see Australia's helping. They have a wildfire problem too. So they have some of the best firefighters there for wildfires. This is what you would call eco-terrorism. You should see some more of the videos. I mean, they didn't show a lot of the actual fire videos. They showed some, but I mean, some of them are really, really, really bad. Especially with like what you can hear people like screaming and trying to run away from it. This is son of Hamas talking about the so-called Nakba.
Because the Arab armies told them, you must evacuate. After we cleanse the land of the Jews, you can return to your homes. I don't need the United Nations to come educate me about anything because my grandmother is an eyewitness and she gave me her experience.
Yep.
This is what they told her. This is why she left her farm. Because she
That's
was
what
afraid
they
to
said.
get cut off.
They literally said that. I've said that before. They literally told them, if you just leave and then you can come back. And they asked how long. And some of them were told a week. Some of them were told 2 weeks. And even then they were like, what's crazy is they were like, oh, that's a long time. For me, to me, that's like nothing. I mean, after the, thinking about this, I mean, that's because it's now. I'm looking back at it's over, 70 years of conflict. So I'm looking at that. It's like, that's not that long. But to them, 2 weeks was a lot. And they thought, hey, I mean, I can leave this land that I'm only probably immigrated to within the last 40 years. So, 2 weeks. I've lived here for 40 years. I don't want to leave for 2 weeks. And then they left and they didn't come back. And that's their fault. They shouldn't have sided with people who were trying to slaughter an entire country of people.
In the war. And the Arabs lost the war. And my grandmother never returned back to her farm. But you know what's amazing? My grandmother started her life again in the village of Bir Zayt near Ramallah and was able to start over and be very successful, sent all her children to get education. And what's remarkable about her? She never spoke anything bad about Israel. She never used the term Nakba. She never used the term occupation or colonialism. For her, it was a loss, and I think deep in her soul, she knew that the Arab armies misguided the entire population, Arab population. They weren't Palestinians at that time. So when we talk about Nakba, catastrophe, whatever they want to name it, it's just a concept.
Yep.
Who's responsible for that, in my opinion?
Arabs.
The Arab arrogance.
Yep. Yep, 100%, dude. He's really good at, just getting down to the facts and being brutally honest with people. And I think that's what people love about him so much. So this I thought was pretty crazy. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But then if you pay attention, like that doesn't look real. You wouldn't have a piece of finger hanging that long. Number two, like later in the video, you can see a piece of fishing line holding it up. Wait for it. Here. Oh, there it is. Really? Like, that's bullshit. I'm sorry. That's not real. If that had happened to your hand, you would be gushing blood. It's not a tendon. Okay? I've sliced a tendon badly right there, completely sliced it. It doesn't look like that. I promise you. That's not a tendon at all. Tendons don't stretch like that. That's physically impossible. It would have ripped long before that, and it would have been very painful. And it wouldn't look like that. Any injury that would look like that wouldn't have come from someone getting bombed by, a rocket. That would happen from someone trying to hold onto a grenade and throwing it too late, and it explodes right at their fingers. Like right here, it explodes and blows off their fingertips. That looks like someone who held onto a grenade too long and threw it too late. And it also could look like someone who was messing with explosives and didn't know what they were doing. There's no way that could be from someone who got bombed by Israel. People need to wake the hell up. Yeah, see, even this guy, he's saying, I cut my hand, my index finger, split the vein, it almost comically squirted out blood everywhere, every heartbeat. Yeah, see, exactly. That's what I'm saying. When I cut my tendon right there, it literally was just blood everywhere. Crazy. When I cut myself, my tendon right here, my wrist, can't really see the scar anymore. Right, where is it? Right there. A knife went right there, and it bled everywhere. Like every heartbeat just everywhere. It's crazy. Tendons don't react like stringy, like rubbery material, like one of those like rubbery, I can't remember the name of the material, stuff, the little gluey stuff that you stick. We always used to stick paper to like a material, and it was like you'd always take the paper off and kids would play with the little sticky, clear, gluey stuff. That's what that reminds me of. Like that stretched out. It's just so fake. Looks like thick fishing line even. I mean, it's just so stupid. Yeah, so I want to, I've mentioned this before. Why is no one asking Jordan or Syria or Lebanon to give back land to the so-called Palestinians? Because the people who live in those lands are the same people who live in West Bank and Palestine. Those are the same groups of people, same ethnicities, same everything. So why is it that they're not asking Jordan to give back land? Why aren't they asking Syria to give back land? Why aren't they asking, Lebanon to give back land? Why aren't they asking any of them? Maybe it's because they don't actually care, and it's about destroying Israel, killing the Jews, and taking back that land so they have a completely Arab Middle East. Maybe that's the answer. Let's end on something funny, guys. I don't want to end on a weird note. Tonight? So let's end with something a little bit, funny. Hold on. There we go.
Yes? I was doing this.
Hold on. Let's try to.
When he refuses to recognize
ridiculous.
trans
Sorry,
people's
guys.
preferred pronouns and actively misgenders them
this
in
is
his
funny,
national
I guess.
newspaper columns, is engaged in a discourse of censorship. He is saying this is gender.
Come on.
Any Muslims here tonight?
There we go.
Yes? I was doing this gig the other night in Bankstown, and this guy before the gig, he's like, bro, I love your stuff, man, but don't make fun of Muslims, all right? If you make fun of Muslims, I'll get my cousin on you. And I was like, all right, bro, leave your wife out of this.
I like that.
Any Muslims?
Yeah, hilarious. I mean, I wanted to know something a little bit funny, Alrighty, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming down. I hope you enjoyed today's Shabbat podcast. I hope you stayed till the end, and if you did, I really appreciate you guys doing so. Don't forget to go down there, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications. It really helps me, and I appreciate it. Thank you for doing so. If you have subscribed, I really do appreciate your help and your following. It is great, and it helps me a lot. All righty, guys, don't forget to come back for more. Go back and check out some of my old ones if you haven't seen it all, and we'll catch you next time. All right, you have a good one, and Shalom Shabbat.